All right, let's get to the latest here on the railroad suspension. Unfortunately, my colleague Matt is covering the SpaceX thing. That's his choice to do so. I respect that, but this is an important thing, and I will talk about it. I will cover it for you tonight. So, well, although this is not live, I'll upload the videos relatively quickly. They'll be in short format here, like 5 minutes or less. So the 829 from Penn due to Huntington at 9:40 has been canceled at Jamaica due to debris on the tracks. Customers will transfer to the scheduled 9:52 train from Jamaica to Huntington. So people will have to wait a whole hour. We'll have to see if that train has left or not. Again, we have this debris on the tracks. It says service is still suspended. They're not saying how long. There are no buses. I don't understand why they can't get buses out of the city, but this is Pat Foy, again, saying he doesn't care and just leaves people stranded. We have another problem on Metro North as well. Harlem service is experiencing delays of up to 45 minutes due to fallen trees on the tracks between Pleasantville and Chappaqua. As well, New Canaan branch is suspended due to multiple trees on the tracks. Please listen for announcements. No busing being provided because they're getting the same treatment that we get here too as well. Because Pat Foy doesn't believe in sending shuttle buses out. So let me do this again. Let me put this in the scene. Like this is the best way I can do it. So we can look at everything on the screen here while I work through this. All right, let's this up here. Okay. So let's see. Can you see that? No, we can't. We gotta make it a little smaller. Yeah, you should be able to see all that or most of it. So here we have the latest. So this is at Mineola. They now have the train from Oyster Bay running and arriving in 30 minutes, fortunately, but they still have the 11:16 to Oyster Bay canceled, which hopefully it is not canceled. Hopefully this is just wrong information because that is the last train to Oyster Bay. So 10:41 to Jamaica is arriving in 30 minutes. So let's go take a look at the map on this. It is on the move. So luckily the train is on the move. It's running just a minute late. So luckily the last train out of Oyster Bay is running. It's not canceled. Luckily there's just misinformation from the railroad. Let's go look at the 10:47 to the 10:10 to Huntington. This is the one. Is it still sitting in Jamaica? Or is it on the move? Let's see. It's still sitting in Jamaica. So they canceled the train before it. Now the next train is being held. I guess that train, the 9:47, did wind up leaving. I'm curious as to where it is. And they still have this train canceled, the 11:16 Huntington. Let me go to New Hyde Park, and we'll see what's going on over there. So 8:52 to Penn is being held. Let's see where it's being held at. So it's still suspended. It's being held at Maryland Avenue. So it is being held at Maryland Avenue. So the problem is New Hyde Park, debris on the tracks, and it seems like it probably could be a tree or something more complicated. We don't know exactly what it is. News 12 didn't mention it. They were covering the storms, but they didn't mention this. So again, being held 10:05 to Huntington, also being held. But again, if you go and look at the Babylon branch, everything is running just peachy keen. We'll go to Lynbrook right now. 10:40 is on time. 10:40 to Penn Station will be arriving in 26 minutes. To the eastbound 10:25 to Long Beach is running on time as well. Everything, like I said, everything is running peachy keen on the South Shore. We can also look at Babylon as well. And again, it's just because they have the I mean, I was down there in the wind, and I saw how solid their infrastructure was today. I have a video of that. Yes, I'm back going to the South Shore again because you have. So 10:13, arriving in 2 minutes, maybe a couple minutes late. 10:18 to Montauk, arriving in 3 minutes. That's on time. Let's see where that is. So 10:18 to Montauk is passing Copeg. That's right on time. 10:49 to Jamaica looks like it's maybe a little bit late. That was the train that was a little late. And at 10:13 to Babylon is also on time. So this is on time as well. Everything is running just fine on the South Shore because they have the infrastructure that can handle this kind of weather. Whereas we don't. We don't have the infrastructure that can handle that kind of weather everywhere else on the railroad. I'm curious about Ronkonkoma. So we know Bethpage has no service. Let's see how things are doing on the Ronkonkoma line with Deer Park. We got the reroute. So 10:20 to Penn Station is arriving in 8 minutes. Looks like that is on time. So I don't think there's a problem on the Central branch. It is passing through Central Islip right now. The 11 o'clock to Ronkonkoma is also moving, and it is going through the. It says train is not started. Oh, okay, because it's doing reverse. It's sitting at Bethpage. How could they say there's no service at Bethpage when the train is literally at the Bethpage station? It's sitting right there. You're saying it's sitting there with the store closed to reverse, and it's not picking up people? That's unbelievable. I don't know if I believe that or not. That's crazy. So that's doing its reverse move right now. How could it be over there? If it's something seems off. Let me check Farmingdale. Normally Matt would be doing this, but I'm doing this. So it's 10:49 to Ronkonkoma. So that's not where the train is. It's not in Bethpage. It says train is not started yet. I don't know what's going on here. I really don't know. The only line that seems to provide accurate information is the Babylon branch. So we'll go back. We'll check Mineola again one more time here. 10:10 still being held. The Oyster Bay train is still canceled. So what happens if you need to get to Oyster Bay? Are you stranded, or are they going to provide a shuttle bus, or is that train going to run? We'll check Greenvale here. All right, and the Greenvale one says it's arriving. So I think we're just getting bad information. It's just a matter of them restoring the service. Service has not been restored yet. So let's go to the latest from the Long Island Railroad once again. The debris near Lewis Park has been removed from the track, so we're in the process. So they are restoring service. So those trains should run. There is a 12-minute late through Lindenhurst due to late arrival connection. So it looks like service is being restored on the main line right now. So that's some good news finally. So I won't be covering this anymore unless something else happens on the main line. I already have videos from earlier because there was another service suspension on the main line that happened earlier that did affect me. So that's going to wrap up this update on the Long Island Railroad situation. Hopefully there won't be any more problems. But this just goes to show you you cannot rely on the main line. You just cannot rely on the main line. If you need reliable Long Island Railroad service, you know where you got to live, on the South Shore. But you got to be a certain demographic to live there. So it's just going to make it ever more coveted to be one of the lucky few that can actually get into the enclaves and actually get to enjoy the best that the Long Island Railroad has to offer, while the rest of us deal with being stranded and being delayed. So that's it. Thank you for watching.